So there's many of you that know me out there, many of you that don't. What I am doing here right now, speaking into the camera and putting these videos up on the internet, on my YouTube channel and Instagram. Hasn't been many videos, and they don't get many views, but nonetheless, I'm speaking pretty personal information and putting it onto the internet. This is completely out of context for the person I once was. This is completely out of character for me. I am a very introverted person. I'm probably the most introverted person that I know. So why in the fuck would I be compelled to make these videos and put them on the internet? Well, it's because it couldn't be more obvious to me of what's going on in the world. And you guys know it too. Everybody fucking knows it out there. And the conversation, honestly, I don't know. I'm quite introverted, but I think the conversation needs to get louder on what's happening here. People are waking the fuck up. There is a conscious awakening happening on planet Earth within the human race. There's absolutely no fucking doubt about that. It doesn't even matter. You don't even have to label it this way. If you're an atheist or if you're spiritual, you label it however the fuck you want. But it's the same thing. This world is getting fucking crazier by the day because people are waking up. The powers that be know that people are waking up. That is why they're throwing every single fucking card that they have at you and trying to distract you and trying to scare you and trying to keep you in fear. Because they know people are waking up to the fraud, to the corruption, and to the absolute absurdity that is the modern human civilization, but especially here in America. It's getting fucking weird, really weird. Every day is a new psyop. They're throwing everything they possibly can at you to keep you distracted, keep you looking over here, looking over here, looking over here, looking over here. And what I've come to realize is that's how they design everything. And that's how they profit from us. Keep us distracted and keep us from going within ourselves. Keep us from understanding who we truly are. Keep us from realizing the true power that we all have within ourselves. That's why all these systems, you name it, propaganda, the media machine, entertainment, politics, the money, for God's sakes, education, mainstream science, and there are some good things in there. Don't get me wrong. I try really hard not to make blanket statements on everything because this world is extremely fucking complex. But when you zoom out and you look at how they've designed all of these industries, oil, energy, water, food, education, medicine, health, science, politics, government, money, you name it, everything. It's all centralized. It's completely controlled by these very few people at the top. And it's all designed to keep you distracted, to keep you looking out, to keep you looking for the next newsreel about what's going on in Iran, or what's going on with the hantavirus, or what's going on with whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. All of it is designed to keep you looking outwardly, to keep you distracted, to keep you unhealthy, to keep you in fear, to keep you from going within yourself. Now, here's where it gets interesting. All of those things can be the greatest things you have in your life to push you into yourself. All of those things should be the opposite of what you want to see within yourself. So what I'm trying to say is you almost kind of need those things to come to realize who you truly are. And it's almost necessary to go through that suffering, that pain, those trials and tribulations to truly understand what you can be. Problem being, most people get lost in that sauce over there and don't make it out. But what's happening right now is a conscious awakening. People are awakening to this negative polarity. All the darkness, all the fear, all the shit that's going on out there in the world, which is actually just going on inside of you. That's just to point you towards the light. The light within. This universe works on polarity. You can't have light without darkness. And what I've been through, not to say, like, I'm not here to cry about my story, but I shoved a lot of darkness and pain down into myself. And then I blame the world for it. So instead of taking accountability for the anxiety and depression that I had, and resentment towards the government and all these systems, instead of taking a look at myself, I just kept blaming the world and getting mad at the world, which does no good. It doesn't do any good. But a lot of this is necessary. And you come to realize and be grateful for that fear and darkness you felt within. Because that shows you the strength and the light and the love that you have within yourself. You cannot have one without the other. That is how this universe works. But I do think human beings have suffered quite significantly over the past who knows how many tens of thousands of years, God knows. And we're starting to fucking wake up to it. That's what's happening now. We're starting to wake up to this trauma that we've had and this fear that we hold on to. All of which, this fear, this darkness that we keep repeating on a daily basis, keep thinking about the past, keep thinking about, well, what if this happens or what if that happens? And it's just this repeated cycle of building a illusory story within your head, which then in turn does many times manifest that worst case scenario or something along the lines of a scenario that is of the negative consequence, the very thing that you were fearing. People are starting to wake up to the fact that we can actually control our experience. Maybe not, control is probably not the right word, but we can perceive ourselves and perceive the world in a different light, which then in turn can change our reality within this life. People are waking up to this. And the powers that be do not want that. But they're an illusion too. It's all an illusion. It all is there to just teach you something. It's all there to teach you about yourself, about your consciousness, what's within. It's there to teach you that we are all united. We are all one. We are of this universe. As above, so below. I'm sure you've all fucking heard that. We are all part of a greater collective consciousness, which you can call God, Source, whatever. But it is everywhere and in everything. It's in all of us. And all of that is held together through love. They're unifying forces of the universe. Separation is an illusion. Judgment, hate. What you see in other people that you do not like is what you see in yourself that you do not like. That is how this works. But what does conscious awakening actually look like in our 2026 modern day life? What does that practically look like? Well, it sucks. It's fucking hard. It's suffering. It's dealing with a lot of fear. It's dealing with a lot of extreme discomfort that you've never had before. But once you're in that, once you're going through that, I mean, you've already seen the light. You already know what you're doing by that point. If you are in a process of awakening, you've already seen the light. Nothing I'm saying here is probably surprising or very revealing to you if you are already in the process of awakening. I'm just trying to relay what I've experienced. It's been fucking hard. I sat with my fear. I felt it. I let it rise. Everything you push down for years has to come out. And what that means specifically is you have to feel it. And it's fucking brutal. But when you're going through that, you know, although you might question it, like, is this how the rest of my life is going to be? Holy fuck. I feel like I'm going backwards here. That's the test. But once you get to that point, you know there's no going back. You know what you're seeking. You know it's the truth that you are looking for. Awakening is not supposed to be comfortable. I always thought it, for some reason, I always thought it would be like a comfortable thing. Like, now I can see the world more clearly. Nah. No, it's the most fucking uncomfortable shit you'll probably ever have to go through. But when you're going through it, that beacon of light is always there. And you don't know the timing. You don't know how long it's going to last. That's where fear comes up. That's why it becomes scary, because you don't know how long you're going to have to do this and feel it. And that fucking sucks, especially if you have to go to work and be a normal, everyday citizen in society. But there is no going back. There is no turning around. Once you get to a certain point of awareness, you know there's only one direction. And you can prolong it, and you can hesitate, both of which only cause more suffering within you, which is what I did. But you know there's only one direction. There is no going back. You can't go back. But what's on the other side of that is you being the person you always envisioned yourself to be, your true self. That's the point. And then you can find peace. Then you can live that life you always wanted. But that's not to say there won't be challenges. And it's just like a video game. You level up, you beat the next level, the next level, the next level. It's constant learning, but you can do it from a balanced place where fear, depression, and anxiety, lack, control, and attachment do not run your decision making. Where balance, awareness, understanding, and love are the basis of your decision making now. So, that's why I'm on the internet. That's why I'm talking about this shit. Because this is happening, and this is fucking real. And I lost my mind to find myself. And that might be necessary for many of you out there. But you'll make it. You don't have a choice. The rest of you that don't want anything to do with this, hey, I'll be right fucking here when you do. Alright. Love you guys.